by Neil and Grace Kane. Every member of our house church will probably agree that this multiplication process has been a long and prayerful one. For the past 2 years, the topic of multiplication had been the big and uncomfortable elephant in our house church living room that we could neither avoid nor find a solution to. It's taken a few years, but now I feel like we're all able to finally give this elephant a big warm hug. When we first multiplied in 2019, Neil and I multiplied out of Chris An and Janet Moon's house church and began co-shepherding together. At the time, our house church consisted of 7 very single members. That same year, we had our first VIP, Kate, joining us. We were all excited, and after she visited, I remember feeling some doubt and worry. Kate was married, and her husband, Raymond, were trying to start a family. Our house church at the time didn't have any families, let alone engaged or married couples. I would visualize our house church sitting in the living room together as Kate would share about our marriage and us having nothing but silence and blank stares to offer. As the female co-lead, I think I felt even more responsible and worried more than Neil did. So as any person in doubt might do, we asked her to consider visiting another house church who had several married couples and new babies, sharing that she may be able to relate more to their experiences. So we introduced her to Chris and Esther, our village leaders. She eventually shared with us that she already felt comfortable with our house church and would prefer to stay, so she didn't end up leaving. Just 2 weeks ago, Kate and I were at the park with her now almost 3-year-old son, Raiden, and 4-month-old daughter, Emily, and she said, "Hey, remember that time you tried to kick me out of our house church?" And we both just looked at each other and laughed. I often think about this moment because at the time, I could never have envisioned how much God would bless and evolve our house church. In 5 years, our house church grew from 7 to 17, now has more married individuals than single people, plus 3 babies and more on the way. God has been so good and gracious to us. If I'm being completely honest, I still sometimes worry about whether I'm equipped for shepherding. But time and time again, God has reminded me and the rest of our house church that He has answered what felt like some tough and impossible prayers with such ease when we least expected it in ways we could never have imagined. And knowing that, I'm filled with gratitude and peace as we multiply. I have much to be thankful for when it comes to my shepherds, Neil and Grace. Neil and I have been in the same house church since I joined New Life in 2016. For over 8 years, I've seen Neil at least twice a week as a fellow member, co-lead, and my shepherd. I can say with confidence, he is one of the most reliable, consistent, and kind people I know. If he says he's going to do something, he will. At the same time, you'll know when he disagrees with you or is not okay with something. When he can, he is always first to offer help when help is needed and one of the last to leave after helping. He's one of those people you know you can trust because his yeses are a yes and nos are a no. Through Neil, I've seen what it looks like to build trust through consistency, and it's one of many traits I really respect about him. I'm almost certain every house church member would agree that Neil was and is a great shepherd, but it's Grace who really softened Neil's edges and helped him become an even better shepherd. 2 years ago, Neil and Grace got married, and I stepped down from co-shepherding. Stepping down as a female co-shepherd and having a new shepherd's wife join the house church is quite awkward in the beginning. I was trying to reorient to becoming a member again. Grace left her house church and was adjusting into her new role as shepherd's wife in our house church, and members are all also adjusting to this change. I can wholeheartedly say Grace is truly one of the most loving, generous, and sincere people I've come to know. Whether it's cooking for us, planning events, preparing thoughtful gifts, or giving us hugs, she does everything in abundance and with so much love. I can't imagine having left a house church you so love to come to ours and pour into people who you didn't even fully know yet. I know it wasn't easy and at times uncomfortable for you too. I've seen from you what it looks like to be so generous and kind toward everyone around you, even when it's hard. Neil and Grace, thank you for always praying for us, loving us, and serving us sacrificially. To my new house church members, Kate, Raymond, Kathy, David, Dashni, Abi, Jacob, Becca, Gina, and our 3 babies, Kavya, Raiden, and Emily. I promise to not kick anybody out of our house church when there's ever a moment of doubt, but pray first and foremost for you and with you each and every day. I also commit to reading the Bible and having personal devotional time regularly to better understand God's heart for us, so that I can do my best to reflect Christ's love to those around me. And lastly, I commit to helping at least one VIP to come to know Christ to further grow his kingdom. Thank you.